Alright guys, we are back at Higashi Ginza. We're going to the Tsukiji Market and then we'll see you guys there. Our first activity of the day is a food run at Tsukiji Market. I'm not sure what the appeal is, but I find it cool how people enjoy visiting markets in other countries. For context, we haven't had breakfast yet, but our first meal of the day is a dessert. People who know me know that my favorite fruits are strawberries, and so we tried out this white strawberry daifuku at
Tsukiji.
As a strawberry connoisseur, I approve. It was really good. Next up for us is to try out some local seafood. My sister and I have been craving eel since even before our trip started, so of course we had to go on a search for some nice grilled eel. I don't remember the name of this spot, but the person that served us was Filipino, so shout out to the manong who helped us out. And this is what we all got.
Large scallops.
Grilled eel.
Alaskan king crab.
Time for some more food. This time, tamagoyaki. And also some more eel. We started with some dessert, so we gotta end with some dessert as well. This was just a simple Hokkaido milk ice cream, but it was really good too. And that wraps up our Tsukiji Market food run. Now, we're off to Ueno Park, because apparently there's been sightings of something that we've been diligently searching for in Japan. Cherry blossoms. Seeing cherry blossoms for the first time was a little surreal. Unfortunately, we arrived in Japan a little early because there were only 2 trees that were fully bloomed. But nevertheless, it's something I've wanted to experience since I was young, and I'm grateful that we saw them at least once during this trip. Alright guys, so we're at Ueno Park and we're going to look for a place to sit down and just rest, and then after that we'll see what we're gonna do next. A lot of talented performers come to Ueno Park, including this man who draws animals with water. Ueno Park is also home to Japan's oldest zoo, the Ueno Zoological Garden. That building isn't it, I just needed a transition. For drinks, we went to Starbucks. And then I watched this little street performance by Artista Kaz. He did a lot of cool tricks and he put on a show, so let's have a look. Now that we've seen some cherry blossoms, we have to go back to Shinjuku to book tickets for our day trip to Mount Fuji tomorrow. Quick tip, book your tickets early because we couldn't get any tickets as they were all sold out. It is what it is though. For now, let's get something to eat. And of course, a Japan trip isn't complete until you've stopped by Ichiran Ramen to get some delicious, authentic ramen. There's always a line, but it's there for a reason. Once you've ordered, they'll give you a little sheet which will let you customize your order according to your taste. I usually go with the recommended preference for everything except for the spice level. If it's your first time eating at Ichiran, go with the recommended options first to test the waters. At this Ichiran Ramen, you get to sit at your own booth. Sometimes you just need to enjoy your ramen in peace. And after a delicious meal, we're off to Alp in Tokyo to look for some shoes. Something I learned the hard way was that Japan has very limited stock of larger sized shoes. I didn't find any shoes in my size until our very last day in Japan, but more on that in a later vlog. Our next stop, Shimokitazawa, aka Vintage Paradise, or the land of the thrift. It's essentially just a town that's filled with vintage clothing and goods. If you love thrifting, you'll enjoy walking around the streets of Shimokitazawa. Also, if you're looking for some fashion inspiration, stop by and just have a look at what people are wearing. I walked around for a bit, so we gotta take a quick ice cream break.
Guess the flavor. Okay. Rich matcha. And
Strawberry Hokkaido milk.
caramel.
Ano yan? Authentic matcha ba isa? Ano?
Aromatic.
Tsaka vanilla. Sake. Vanilla.
Tsaka isa pa.
Strawberry Hokkaido.
Meron mo strawberry Hokkaido?
May strawberry, tapos Hokkaido milk.
O sige, pwede na yun. Baka meron.
Okay, strawberry and matcha.
Strawberry and matcha.
Ah!
The ice cream was a hit. But back to the clothes. Most of the clothes here are curated vintage goods, so they're left in pretty good condition. But the main drawback is the price. It can get a little expensive, which is why I only bought one item here, which is this jacket.
Price reveal.
It was about 15,000 yen or 150 Australian dollars. I really like it though. And here's a souvenir that I got back in Shinjuku. It's some evidence of having Ichiran ramen. Alright, now it's time to head over to the next stop, which is a very popular spot in Tokyo. It is none other than Shibuya. Shibuya is one of the busiest places in Japan, and a lot of people would compare it to New York's Times Square. I wouldn't say visiting Shibuya is a must, but it's definitely a crazy experience. And the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Shibuya is people, and here's why. I don't usually enjoy crowded areas, but the vibes here are just different. Maybe it's the fact that I'm in another country enjoying a holiday, but there's just something amusing about the way that people of different backgrounds and cultures come to this one spot to experience city life in Japan. And just like that, we're going back to our hotel. And that wraps up our second day in Japan. I'm glad I documented this trip because it immortalizes my experiences. And I get to show you guys Japan through my eyes. There were moments where I wish I could relive, but I'll always be grateful for God's favor in giving me this opportunity to be back in Japan, living out the moments I dreamed of when I was a child. And as for the future, I'll be back one day when the wind is in tune and the cherry blossoms have bloomed. Thank you for watching Jay on Film. I'm Jay, and this is my life on film. See you guys in the next one. God bless you, and peace.